Zordrak is not alone in the land of nightmares. He is surrounded, protected, and served by his tough, highly trained and dedicated troops, the Urpneys. This is their commanding officer, Sergeant Blob, instructing his men in the art of rock climbing.
Very good, lad, very good. Don't worry about being ever so high and it being a long way to fall. Just pull yourself up, exonerate them Urpney muscles, No staying power, some of them, no staying power. Now, who's this? Who's this? Ah, Boff! This looks promising, very promising. That's it, Boff. Just lean back and let the rope take the strain. Now, these two is going very well. Keep going, Blit. Keep going, Herc. 2 free glasses of gunge for whoever reaches the top first. Oh dear.
Look over here, Sarge. We've done it.
Very good, lads. Well done. Well done.
Thanks.
Frizzanug, just in time.
What for, Sarge?
For me to be climbing up the rock with you as a demonstration. Some of the men here seem to be having a bit of trouble, so I shall be exhibiting the more finer points of technique as we goes.
Oh, don't worry about taking us, Sarge. We can watch you doing the technique from here.
Yes, Sarge. You climb and we'll watch.
Get knotted onto them ropes immediately and follow me.
Oh, all right. But I don't see the point of learning to climb up rocks. I mean, what's the point?
The point, Frizz, is that at any moment, suddenly, you may be required of for the climbing up of rocks or walls or steep-sided objects or the like.
Well, it's a waste of time, if you ask me. We're bound to be awful at it.
And I don't want no more chit-chatting, so get doing the demonstrating.
You will be overwhelmed to know, Master, that I have solved the problem of getting past the Whites into the land of dreams. Their patrols are not terribly efficient, of course, Master, but they can sometimes interfere with my plans. So I thought it desirable that my mighty intellect should be brought to bear upon the problem, sire.
And
The result, sire, is this pleasing object, sire. A model of a rocket which will rise to hitherto undreamt of heights, sire. Travel towards the land of dreams and then, and this is the really subtle bit, sire, a multitude of parachutes will open and it will descend silently.
Well, go and do it then, Upcore. Go and do it!
you may remember, dear viewer, that some time ago, the Dream Maker suggested to Rufus and Amberley that they might make lists of all the places they would like to see in dreams. The lists are complete.
Is that the sort of thing, Rufus?
Oh, yes. It's lovely.
Albert, a bottle, please. Thank you.
And now you just shrink it down and put it in the bottle, and tonight, or sometime, some lucky Noop will dream of being there.
Now, what's next, Amberley?
A desert island with lots of palm trees and caves and a big sandy beach all round it.
Something like this?
Yes! Perfect!
Enough for today, but please continue to add to your lists should you have any new ideas. Now, I seem to remember that I promised you a ride in a daydream bubble as a reward for all your hard work this week.
Can we go in it now?
I see no reason why not. Now, let's see.
The skill, the workmanship, the technological know-how, a symphony of creative endeavour. Just a few more little twiddles and you'll be ready to soar into the Vilthidian sky.
Stop kicking stones onto me. I'm all over bruises and bits of grit. Ah! Help! I said help! Help!
Oh, stop moaning. You don't have to go on. The dock's coming apart. Look, Sarge.
Hold on, men! Hold on!
Help! Help!
I hope your men are ready for this, because I'm not handing over a major technological achievement to a lot of incompetents who don't know one end of a spaceship from the other.
My men, Urpcore, is perfectly au revoir with spaceships of all kinds, as you well know.
Well, they don't look it!
We might not want to go on your rotten spaceship anyway. Mightn't we freeze?
No, Nug, we might not. We might decide that we'd rather...
Your preferences are a complete irrelevance, I'm happy to say. This is merely a test run to see if you can get past the whats. As soon as you're over the land of dreams, stop the engines and release the parachutes. You will land silently and then take off again. And I'm about to start the launch.
Getting aboard Urpcore's spaceship. At the double. Hop 2, 3, 4. Hop 2, 3, 4.
Beautiful! Beautiful! What a beautiful sight! A matchless achievement, an unparalleled scientific accomplishment. If I only had even slightly intelligent workers to operate these things, I could rule the world!
We shouldn't have to sit on these seats. Urpcore takes no account of other people's suffering. None at all. I could just feel my back coming on again.
What's the matter with your seat?
Well, it's all the wrong height. The back's at the wrong angle for a start.
Perhaps if you used to lie on the floor or...
Attention, men! We is now over the land of dreams, so there will be no more talking.
Why not?
Because, Fliz, multifarious enemies of all types is seething below
They
us.
can't hear us.
We do not know that, Nug. We do not know that. So from now on, there will be silence.
Yes, Sarge.
I shall now stop the engine and release the parachutes, the means of which by which we shall be floating silently down upon the target.
Sarge?
Be quiet, Nug. I said no talking.
But, Sarge, there's a great big spaceship thing below us, and we're falling towards it.
Are we going to crash into it?
We are certainly not going to...
No, 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 no! What have they done? What have they done? A dirty old piece of scrap metal floating about in 1,000,000 square miles of sky, and they have to crash into it!
Your daydream bubble is nearly ready.
It's lovely.
It's lovely. Could we take one of our place ideas with us? I'd really like to try out my desert island.
And I'd like to see what my waterfall's like close too.
Well, strictly speaking, you should require no more than your imaginations. But I see no reason for you not to try these out before I launch them upon the public. There we are. Now, I think it should be a little bit larger, don't you?
Stop making that noise, Fliz.
I think he's upset, Sarge.
He'll be more upset if I get my hands on him.
I think it's the thought of death, Sarge, you know, like doom and annihilation and all that.
There is no danger of any doom, Nug, as I shall shortly be thinking of ways to rescue us.
Very sorry to have to report to you, sire, that as usual, sire, Blob and his minions have totally failed to follow the simple instructions given to them by me and have stranded my beautiful new rocket out in space, sire.
You amaze me, Urpcore.
So I'm afraid I shall have to go and get it back myself, sire.
You certainly will not.
But, sire,
You are not going to waste my valuable time shooting around in space, Urpcore. Build another rocket.
But, sire, this rocket is irreplaceable, sire. Irreplaceable. It is a prototype, sire. A highly developed, finely tuned...
Must I repeat myself, Urpcore? No!
for the rest of the day? We finished all our jobs and everything.
Of course you may. Now, go!
What's the matter with Albert?
I'm coming, Albert, I'm coming. What is it? Good heavens! What an extraordinary thing!
What?
I don't know what it is. It looks vaguely threatening, but it doesn't seem to be making any moves towards us.
Oh! We could zip up on our leaves and have a look.
We wouldn't touch it or anything.
I should think not, Amberley. And I'm not at all sure that that is a good idea.
Oh, please let us.
We'll be ever so careful.
Very well, but you must keep well back from it. Observe it for a short time, and then report back to me.
We will, we promise. Don't
We
worry.
promise.
We're gonna die! We're gonna die!
You will indeed die, Frizz, if you does not immediately...
Have you seen all these funny things, Sarge? There's all, like, things floating about, not attached to anything.
Ah, it's magic! It's magic! We're in the clutches of an evil wizard! We're gonna have spells put on us!
What for?
Well, I don't know. That's what wizards do, innit?
Doesn't seem to be doing much, does it?
Perhaps it's empty.
Let's go a bit closer.
Ooh, I think we might have been a bit careless.
Well, the inside's certainly different from the outside. What do you think all these floating things are?
It looks a bit like the Dream Maker's kitchen.
Perhaps another Dream Maker lives here. I bet that's it. I bet...
If any wizard comes near me, I shall hit him with this! I will!
Hey, Sarge, we've still got all our climbing gear. We could chop our way out with these.
Well done, Nug. I was wondering when you'd think of that. We shall begin chopping a hole in the wall at the double now!
Oh, I say, I'm ever so sorry. I didn't mean for you to get sucked in like that. Oh, I do hope I haven't inconvenienced you at all.
That's
No,
all right.
Not at all.
Only the machine automatically picks up everything that passes. I get all sorts of rubbish sometimes. Oh, no, that sounds terrible. I didn't mean...
It's all right, really. We're not at all offended or inconvenienced. But we would like to know who you are.
We thought you might be a travelling Dream Maker.
Oh, no, I wish I was. My name is Hod. I'm retired. I travel around the planets here and there, and because I'm not, as it were, settled on any particular planet, no Dream Maker sends me dreams. So what I do is, I collect up all the spare bits and pieces of dreams floating around, and I make my own.
Gosh.
How do you collect them? Through that funnel where we got sucked in?
Yes. Oh, I feel really awful about you being collected up like that.
Please don't worry about it. Honestly.
Well, if you're sure, would you like to see my collection of dream bits?
Yes, please.
Come on, then.
We're wasting our time. I bet it's made of some kind of everlasting metal that can't be made holes in.
Well, it's got all dented, so it can't be that everlasting.
Just be quiet, you two, and get on with the chopping! Come back here at once!
There's bits of dreams floating about all over the ship. I keep meaning to get them collected up and organised, but I never seem to quite get round to it. Right, we are here. Here we go. I'm sorry there aren't any proper seats. I hope you won't be too uncomfortable.
No, we're fine.
There we are, then. That was all my bits of dreams I collected, all pushed together into one. That's why I have to sleep in the wardrobe, to keep them all together. Otherwise, they'd just fly off in all directions, and I'd never be able to dream at all.
They were really lovely. Thank you so much for showing them to us.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed them, although I'm afraid they are a bit bitty and sudden, but neither of you is mechanically minded in any way, I suppose.
Afraid not.
Only, I think I must have hit something. There's a lot of funny noises.
Don't worry, we'll go and find some help.
Oh, I don't want to put you to any trouble or anything. I just thought I'd ask. That's
We'll be back in 2 ticks.
Go!
It's very untidy around here, don't you think?
Untidy? We're going to be changed into frogs or something any minute? And you're worried about it being untidy?
Will you two stop talking nonsense and you, Nug, open that door?
Oh, all right.
This was a bit of a mistake, really, dear viewer, because it's not necessarily a good idea to go around opening doors on other people's spaceships without their permission. You could quite easily and unexpectedly find yourself mixed up with all sorts of leftover dream bits. Landscapes, for example, that other people didn't want or didn't like. And you never know where you might end up. But then, Urpneys never learn.
Sarge, look! The wizard!
There is not no such thing as a wizard, Frizz. That is the driver of this vehicle, what you will now capture and immortalize.
Capture?
Oh, hello. I say, that was ever so quick. I didn't expect them to send anybody back for at least another hour or so.
On behalf of the Vilthedian army, I am demanding that you hand over the command of the aforementioned ship to a disassociated army officer. That is, and to it, i.e. myself.
They, haven't sent you to mend the ship, then?
Urpney officers do not mend ships. They command. They...
How dare you come in here ordering me about? How dare you?
Time up, man.
What?
What? Right, men. Prepare for blast-off. I said, right, men. Prepare for blast-off.
Blast off? But we're already up in the air.
Anyway, he said it's broke. He won't go.
And the ship won't go, so we said we'd get him some help with his engine. And his name's Odd.
Well, I must say that I'm relieved that he is friend rather than foe. And if you tell him to land as carefully as he can on the lawn, I'm sure that I shall be able to help him.
All right.
We'll tell him.
And why don't you take him your daydream bubble as a present?
A present?
Then he wouldn't have to sleep in the wardrobe to keep all his bits of dreams together. He could just put them in the bubble, shake them up, and it'll make them into a proper dream for him.
Oh, yes! That's a brilliant idea.
Come on, then.
It's no good, Sarge. He won't go.
I shall decide when it won't go, Nug. Keep pulling the levers.
He's looking at us with his eyes.
Who is?
He is. The wizard.
He's not.
He is. He is. He'll turn us into frogs in a minute.
He won't.
He might.
Anyway, it's probably quite nice being a frog, jumping about in the mud.
Voices!
Urpneys.
They must have attacked when they saw that the ship had broken down.
We'd better do something.
This?
Yes.
What's that noise, Sarge?
Enemy attack! Follow me, man!
Oh, I'm so grateful. I really am. I think you're ever so brave. Honestly, I do.
That's all right. We're quite used to rescuing people and things like that.
Rufus.
Well, anyway, what are we going to do with them?
I know. Put them in the daydream bubble and push them out of the ship. They can think their way back to Filthied. Simple.
Daydream bubble?
Actually, it was a present for you, but I'll explain about it later.
What is the meaning of this? How?
Beg them for mercy, Sarge. Apologise to them. Offer them money.
Be quiet and listen. We're going to push you out in this bubble, and if you think of Filthied, it'll take you there.
And if you say one more word, we'll push you out and then burst the bubble.
1, 2, 3, go!
Oh, I'm having such an exciting day. I can't tell you how glad I am that you called.
Sarah, I'd like you to meet Odd.
Pleased to meet you. How do you do?
It is a pleasure, I'm sure.
Concentrate your thoughts on Viltheed, men.
We are, Sarge.
Just think of Viltheed, nothing else.
We are, Sarge.
It's a secret weapon! A secret weapon! The Noops have got some sort of new attacking device, and the fools think they can send it against me in a surprise attack! But Urpgore is never surprised, never! He is constantly on the alert, constantly in a state of readiness, constantly...
Well, at least we didn't get turned into frogs.